Are you listening? This ain't no quiet thing. We're screaming out our lungs. Hey, are you listening? Hey, are you there? Hey, are you listening? Or do you just not care?
Hey, are you listening? This is a podcast exploring the past, present, and future of Christian music. My name is Joel, and I'm here with my good friend Brandon. We connected over a mutual love of some particular artists, but also have pretty different tastes. And so we get to experience some new stuff from each other while inviting some friends along for the ride. Brandon, can you hear it?
In the distance, I can.
You know what this means, right?
Yeah, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas. How's Christmas going for you?
I don't know, Joel. I hate to admit this, but we're barely in December, and I feel like I'm already in Grinch mode.
Already? What led to that so soon?
So what led to it was like the day after Christmas or whatever. I ran to the store.
Wait, the day after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, the day after. I got my time machine, and like I was excited to think, man, I wonder what weird or cool Christmas drinks or snacks are going to be out. And it dawned on me that all that stuff was released back in like at Halloween.
Right.
So it's kind of like, it feels sometimes we celebrate Christmas so early that what it feels like is that we all opened our Christmas presents back at Halloween. And now we're like, oh, there's nothing to open. We've already like had that excitement. So I think maybe I just need to do a better job of staying away from like the weird Coca-Cola and Santa gummies or whatever whenever Halloween. So maybe I need to take a look at myself instead of the others around me.
Yeah. I do feel like I'm a pretty staunch I don't want a Christmas until Thanksgiving is over. But literally we finished Thanksgiving like lunch on Thanksgiving Day and hopped in the car and I turned on Christmas for the first time. And I'm like, I know it's still Thanksgiving, but we've already had the meal. Like, it's okay now. We can transition. But yeah, I feel like Thanksgiving is like part of the Christmas season now.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a strange thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that. So, well, it is fun for us to step into December with this because we're actually going to be looking at some Christmas stuff, which will be kind of a fun thing. And so I think the way we're tackling this is both you and I are going to bring a Christmas record for discussion, and then we're just going to cover one that seems sort of current. And then kind of go from there. So, Brandon, what have you brought to the table for us to talk about today?
Today I have brought "'Tis the Season to Be Gotee." It was a sampler Gotee Records released, I believe, in 2008, maybe 2009. And it was something that was pretty near and dear to me growing up. And so whenever we decided to bring CDs, I thought it was like, well, it's pretty cool. How about if we do, we'll do one kind of the sampler one and then one of just a particular artist.
Yeah.
So whenever I was thinking of samplers, I was like, well, this one's right up there with a lot of the artists I grew up really enjoying. So
yeah, I'm really excited to talk about this one. We're going to do that in a little bit, but I think before we do, you have a game for us today, right?
Yeah, Joel, I've got some really good news. So a lot of the Christian industry, they came together and they want to release a "Hey, are you listening?" Christmas. So they reached out to us and we're going to decide which songs they're going to be covering.
Oh, wow.
So in today's game, we've got two cups. One cup is going to be the artist. The other cup is going to be the song they are covering.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to draw and decide. And then we got to say, do we think this is going to be a good or a bad cover?
So I feel like this should probably, we need to start doing video or something to make this a little more dramatic. All right, so I'm drawing these.
Yeah, Joel. So
Okay.
you're going to tell us who's going to be opening up this the CD.
Okay, so this is song.
Oh, okay.
No, I got them in the wrong order. All right, let me grab an artist. Okay, so artist here is Forrest Frank.
Okay.
So current. And then the song will be "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." I kind of feel like I could see this happening. Definitely would be, yeah, Forrest's own little version of it. The voices would be interesting, though. I feel like he would need a featuring.
There could be some dance to it as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who do you have featured on there? Like to be like the Grinch in there?
I don't know. Maybe like a Toby Mac.
Uh-huh.
Has
Okay.
there been a Toby Mac Forrest Frank crossover?
Yeah, they covered, I think, Heaven on My Mind earlier this year.
Okay.
They did another version of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I could feel that happening. Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like the bridge or something, it would be him sharing the gospel to the Grinch or something. So I feel like that would be, we've yet to see anyone mix that in with the Grinch.
Yeah.
Like, we know how his well-being is when it comes to the Christmas, but we don't know how his spiritual well-being is. So
Yeah, that could be really interesting. I like it. All right, so we're in favor of
Okay.
seeing that happen. Okay, let's see. Next one we've got here is Danielson family. All right. I mean, I feel like anything works. Danielson family covering Blue Christmas. I'm here for it all day long.
I would like. There wasn't a song in that cup that I wouldn't want to hear Danielson cover.
But that one especially, I feel like really, really just works. I remember singing Blue Christmas in the car with my family, driving my mom crazy with the ooh parts. So it fits. It fits. That's good. All right, next we've got NF. NF covering "I Celebrate the Day" by Reliant K. Tell me your thoughts first, and then
I covered an NF album years ago, and I just feel like in every song it's a journal entry, but he's just really mad when he's like writing it. But then by the end, sometimes he's like a little less mad. So I feel like in this one, it would be like Reliant K's is kind of this dramatic, like, where am I? Mm-hmm. I feel like NF's would be way more dramatic of him listing. He'd probably list out what he's done. Because I think a lot of times whenever you have a rap artist cover something like this, they'll keep the chorus,
right,
but then just add like rap verses.
yeah,
So,
or a bridge that's
Yeah.
they get to do their own thing on. Yeah, that would be interesting. I feel like I'd have to hear it to know how it's gonna go. I mean, I Celebrate the Day's a little moody, and so I think I could see it. But yeah, I feel like that one would be really interesting. All right,
This album's shaping up to be pretty good so far.
next up we've got Neon Horse.
That's another one like Danielson that I'm excited to see anything that they cover.
Neon Horse, Carol of the Bells. Yeah, I think that could work.
Oh, that'd be like this creepy, eerie approach to it.
I think May did a Carol of the Bells, which was interesting. Yeah. No, I totally see that. I think that
Okay.
fits. Switchfoot. They better get a good one. I'm going to be really disappointed. You know which one this is. Oh, Switchfoot covering "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus." Oh, I think the album just got ruined for me.
How upset would you be if you saw Switchfoot? Oh, they're gonna be on this album, and then you saw that they're covering a song like that.
Somebody did a cover of "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus" in kind of a rock and roll, and I can't remember who it was.
Taylor Swift.
I don't think so.
Joking.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, but this is not one of my favorite songs.
Do you mean to draw another one while you're pulling that one up on there?
I'm just trying to see who I can remember that has covered this. I'm probably not going to find it very easily. So, Twisted Sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really disappointed that that's the one that Switchfoot has decided, or we are telling them to cover. That's a bummer.
That's the one they're bringing to us.
John, let's rethink this. Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Okay. It's a Christmas version of "Got to Be True."
And the song is "The 12 Days of Christmas." This is a not often covered Christmas song, because I feel like nobody wants to keep repeating all of those things over and over again. Yeah, that could be interesting.
I think that'd be solid.
It would work for sure. Next up, we've got Toby Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas shoes. You're the big Toby Mac fan.
I think modern Toby Mac, it's not that out there because it's maybe adding in a little rap at the end of it or something. I'd like to see 2002 era Toby Mac, because that song's gonna be just so crazy.
Yeah, do you feel like Toby Mac is a little more sentimental in his old age?
I think he's mellow. It's way more singing, because it was in, I think, Welcome to Diver City is when he released Gone, and he was like, oh, I can sing. Because there's this documentary, it was a series called Faith and Fame that Gospel Music Channel used to do. I watched that thing probably 100 times. And that was one thing he'd mentioned, is that when he was in DC Talk, he's like, well, the other two guys are the singers, so I'm just the rapper. So whenever he released his first solo stuff, it was like, yeah, that's all I am. And then with that one, so if you see this is progression from portable sounds to now, where there is more of Toby singing versus him rapping, or him having a guest singer to sing those parts. So
yeah, Toby sang a little bit. I guess it depends on what you call singing.
Yeah.
But on Free at Last, the song "The Hard Way," it's sort of him singing. Anyways, yeah, I feel like that I would be interested to listen to that. All of these I want to listen to.
I would love to see a neon horse Christmas shoes.
All right, Rebecca St. James. Christmas in Dixie. I haven't heard that song in a while, Brandon.
She wanted to sing it, so I was like, well, okay.
I don't know. Yeah, that's.
I just know her from
she's from Australia, so it's very ironic that she would be singing Christmas in Dixie.
She moved to Nashville and just fell in love with it.
Who sang that originally? So Alabama? Yeah.
That's one of those songs where if you're not from the South, you hear it and you can kind of maybe chuckle a little bit at it.
Yeah.
But I've seen people cry with that song, so I've learned to be quiet when that song comes on.
Amy Grant. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. That would have been really fun for young Amy Grant. I feel like Although I could maybe see older Amy Grant doing that.
Do you think there's an age on that song? Like once you get over like 40 or 50, like the older you get, the weirder it is that someone wants a hippopotamus for Christmas?
I don't think it's weirder. I think it's just more like looking back on life in a nostalgic kind of way, thinking about your grandkids, than like actually wanting a hippopotamus for Christmas.
What if, like, let's remove the song aspect, and let's say at church you had like a 5-year-old come up to you and say, "I want a hippo for Christmas," or if you had a 75-year-old walk up and say, "Man, I've got my fingers crossed. I think my family's getting me a hippo for Christmas."
I would say, let's start making funeral arrangements.
I didn't expect it to take that turn.
I mean, they're one of the deadliest animals in the world. I don't know. Casting Crowns, our number one greatest artist of all time. We've got one song left in here.
All right.
You probably remember what this is.
I forgot what I put down, to be honest.
Casting Crowns covering Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Somehow I can just see it. Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. I don't know. So, well, this is going to be a really fascinating Christmas album. So I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's renditions now that we've greenlit it.
I gotta thank all of them for just doing that for us. It was really nice of them.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll have to have them all on the podcast to talk about their experiences. So pretty fun. Brandon, thanks for that. That was a fun journey to imagine what's going on there. Let's talk real quick about what we've been listening to lately. What's been in your ears lately?
I feel like kind of running around, I haven't been able to really dive into a lot of Christmas music yet. I think one thing I'm excited to listen to is like some of Jars of Clay's Christmas.
Yeah.
Because I've listened to it, but it's been years since I've gone through, because they had like, I think it was 2 Christmas albums. There's one Christmas songs. I think there's one that's maybe, I don't know, like A Piece Is Here or something like that.
They had a really early EP, A Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually just saw somebody was selling that vinyl for like $5, which is a steal, but the shipping's probably way more than that.
But they've got a song that it's been on repeat since it came out, but in 2023, it's called Leaving the Lights Up. And essentially it's just about having like that joy of Christmas like year round. That it's like in the song, they're just like, yeah, we're going to leave. They're going to call us crazy and all, but like you might be that light that people need. And so I feel like it's a pretty cool song, and I think it's whenever I start feeling like cynical around Christmas time, I go listen, and Dan and the boys help me.
I love that. That I'll have to check that one out. I don't think I've ever heard that song. So for me, I was working on my Advent playlist kind of leading into Christmas, and I allowed myself to start listening to that moving into Thanksgiving. And so I always every year like to kind of search around and see what's out there that I haven't heard yet that's like Advent kind of music, just to get me kind of in a spirit of longing and waiting. And so I found an album by a woman named Caroline Cobb called A Seed, a Sunrise, Advent to Christmas Songs. And she has some great songs on there. And so I actually added a couple of those to my Advent playlist. And but I've been listening to that record a little bit. It's really good. And so that's one that I've spent some time with as of late. All right, well, let's transition and talk a little bit about this sampler album. All right, 'tis the season to be Gotee. I pulled a tiny bit of information from the internet about this. It's a compilation Christmas record that was released on October 5th, 2010.
I was off by a little bit earlier.
Yeah. It's mostly made up of already released Christmas songs by Gotee artists, with the exception of one recording. Do you know which one that is?
Yeah, I think it'd either be I Celebrate the Day or Silver Bells.
Could be. I was thinking it was one of the.
Oh, I thought you had.
Well, I think from what I can remember, it was one of the Aisha Wood songs that was
Oh,
new.
okay.
I
That could
don't.
have been it.
I don't know though. I'd have to go back and figure that out, and we don't have time for it now. So, all right. So, tell me this one. Like you said, this one kind of sits with you. It's been with you for a while. Tell me about your history with this, and like what made Brandon pull this up and listen to it for the first time.
Yeah. So for me growing up, I didn't care for Christmas music. Like it felt, I don't know, like I didn't care for it, didn't really listen to it. And it wasn't until I think it was like maybe Third Day's Christmas album that it was the first time I had heard people kind of put their own spin, which I mean, even looking back, I feel like it wasn't that big of one. It was more of them just having like a Southern rock or just a little tweak. So
Right.
it wasn't just, it almost felt like people would just have the music and then add their vocals in. And then Reliant K and Family Force 5 Christmas was way more of, oh, these people took it and made it their own. So whenever Gotee released this, it was something that I think Aisha Woods, I maybe listened to like a song or two of hers back in the day, but like I gravitated towards to House of Heroes, Reliant K, Abandoned Kansas. So whenever this came out, I was like, this is perfect because I love all of these artists and this is going to be amazing. And, so yeah, as a kid, it was just so cool to be like, here's the artist I love putting their own spin on Christmas. And I think too, I always love whenever someone wanted music, I loved making mixtapes or handing them CDs. So whenever someone was like me and they were like, I don't really care for Christmas, I remember like telling them, check out this one, or physically like, I don't know the statute of like limitations, but like burning my own copies of the CD and giving them out. So if Joey or Toby's listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's beware, be careful.
I was gonna say real fast. I was thinking that was the thing that kind of gravitated me towards Gotee Records too. Was that back in the day, they had for every artist there was 1 to sometimes like 4 songs for free you could download.
Yeah.
So like that was where I first found like John Rubin. Was I just went through and downloaded like a song from each person and went and listened to it. So back in the day, like before we had stream, I feel like there's people that's blowing their mind right now that there was not streaming back in the day.
Right. Yeah.
But I remember just being like a, 14, 15, 16-year-old and being like, I don't have all this money to go buy music. So whenever I could find places where I could like download it like legally, it was always really exciting. And so
Yeah, I think that's really cool too. Yeah, so I've never listened to this sampler before, but I know a lot of these songs because, like you, I was a big House of Heroes fan. I had, I think, all the Abandoned Kansas albums and obviously Reliant K. And so so I knew like half of this going into it, even though I'd never like listened to it before, which was kind of an interesting thing about the sampler that that they're mostly pulling from like releases that their artists have like already put out. But it seems like their Gotee's pretty like intentional about having their artists do Christmas music, or maybe they just have a bunch of artists that really like Christmas music because it seems like there's a lot of it going around. So I think that's cool. But so yeah, I'm aware of a lot of this music already, and so that made it helpful for me kind of going through it. So well, let's walk through it kind of track by track and talk about the songs and the artists and what our thoughts are a little bit. So the first one on the record is Silver Bells by Reliant K. I had actually never heard this one before. So yeah, that was interesting for me. What do you think about this one?
yeah, I really liked it. I think that it already sets the tone for you're not going to get a ton of your traditional. Like if that's what you're looking for, go ahead and walk out the door. So
Which you love, I think.
Yeah, so like I hear this and I think with all of the stuff we're covering, it's kind of important to note that I feel like as someone who did not enjoy Christmas music, I'm very aware of the stuff that I love is the stuff that a lot of people are not going to love. Because
Right.
even like, I remember showing my mom, like, check out this Christmas music. And her going, they ruined Little Drummer Boy. Like, like, she was just like, you don't mess up that song. And so yeah, so I'm fully aware that a lot of the stuff that I'm going to like and not like on the albums we cover, most for audience, there's a good chance they feel completely different. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And so I'll say too, for me, like, I really enjoy the different stuff. And I think that 15 years ago, I would be in the exact same boat that you're in. And then I didn't really enjoy much of the classic stuff at all.
yeah,
And but I think time has kind of shifted a little bit of that for me, in that now I've learned you can actually like both.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt your credibility or whatever. And so I've warmed up a lot to some of the more classic stuff, while still enjoying the like different takes on it. Yeah, I think Silver Bells, it's like a classic Reliant K sound here. You've got the like piano, and it's a pretty standard like version of Silver Bells. It
Yeah.
doesn't do anything like crazy, except for the fact that they like add this like new bridge to the song.
I really love the bridge on it.
Yeah, which I feel like was a real highlight of it, just
Yeah.
because it does bring in something new. And so once you're once you hit the bridge, like the bridge to the end, I'm like, yes, I really like this a lot. I feel like it went some nice places.
How do you feel about our next track, All I Want for Christmas Is You by House of Heroes?
Man, I love this. I love this song so much. There's a few House of Heroes songs on this sampler, and this one's my favorite, because I feel like it just fits House of Heroes.
Yeah.
Like Tim's vocals are perfect on it. Like they showcase his ability as a singer really well. Not saying that he sounds like Mariah Carey, but
Yeah.
but it just, like, this is the kind of House of Heroes. It reminds me of, like, I mean, obviously it's Christmas, but it just feels like a song that would have been on Suburba,
Yeah.
which is one of my favorite like House of Heroes records. That's just a lot of energy, kind of upbeat, and I feel like this song was the perfect fit for them.
Yeah.
As a band to cover, it just matches their sound so well.
I know that since then I've heard other people cover it, but I remember at the time, I can't think of another band that I had heard cover it. And I feel like the original is people either love or hate it. So it makes it difficult when you're covering something that already going into it. People who love it are like, why are you touching this? People who hate it are like, why are you covering this?
Yeah.
But yeah, I listen, and I think that really with like their Christmas stuff, it just highlights everything that's just good about House of Heroes.
Yeah.
Like the group vocals, just the backing of it. Yeah, like I really enjoyed, and I think it's another one that at the time it was like I would have never listened to the original. I would have been like, oh, okay, I'm going to change to the channel, but then they cover it, and I think it makes you be able to like appreciate the song because you're getting a different perspective. So yeah.
Can you like handle listening to the Mariah Carey version now that you like the House of Heroes version?
I think that like Brandon back then and Brandon now, I think when people listen to the Mariah Carey version, I go, oh, yeah, this one's like good. But like, if you guys want like the real version, go check out Tim and guys. Yeah, like I think that there's some Christmas songs that people cover that I walk away like now appreciating anytime I hear it. But then I think there's other ones that I'm like, yeah, I like when this person does it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it's like Star Wars. There's a lot of people that love Star Wars, but like they never watch any other like sci-fi. Then there's other people that opens the door for, oh
Right.
man, there's things that I like way better than like Star Wars
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and say this is my favorite track on this sampler. But maybe it's because I have like a long history with it.
Yeah.
Because I listen to it every year, multiple times. But yeah, I just it's so good. The bridge is amazing. I think it's a great song. Track 3 is Jingle Bells by Aisha Woods. What were your thoughts on this one, Brandon?
So I remember back in the day not being really familiar with her work for whatever reason. Like I just didn't like gravitate towards her like music like I did a lot of the other Gotee records. I feel like I was explaining to Jordan that I felt like I remember back in the day this was like a skip track for me, and now like this was one of the highlights. I think that her as a whole was one of the highlights of this whole album. And I think it works because like hers feels like it's more of this classical, like I don't know how to describe it, but it sounds like the 50s or 60s or whatever.
Yeah, jazz,
like,
yeah.
Jazz, yeah, that's what I was looking for. And I think that it fits so well because everyone else is doing their own thing. So I think that on an album where everyone else is going outside the box, it really shines when you have someone who's just has something there for maybe the classical fan.
Yeah.
So I think this is a song that like it aged like really well for me.
Yeah. No, I would agree. This is a highlight on the album for me too. It's jazzy, but like in a way that most people, I agree with you. Like it leans in the direction of like a classic Christmas kind of song.
Yeah.
But it goes a little harder into jazz than like most people would be willing to do with a Christmas song.
Yeah.
Just how fast and kind of random kind of jazzy that it is. I think this one is really great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really, really, really like it a lot. And I think it's the first of her music that I've ever listened to. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Next we move to "O Come All Ye Faithful" by Abandoned Kansas. How do you feel about this?
It's so good. It's one of my favorite versions of "O Come All Ye Faithful." Yeah, I love it. I love the like just piano, simple opening with the vocals, like classic feeling. And then like you've got the U2 bass coming in, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, like, and the song just goes places. I love the key change that happens in it when "Sing Choirs of Angels" hits. Yeah, this will always be. It might be my favorite version of "O Come All Ye Faithful." It's so good. Yeah.
I really like you said, it's like this this kind of like journey you go on where it starts soft, because I feel like if it stayed there, I don't know how I feel about it. But I like that the song has like you're going back and forth and like has a little bit of that. I remember thinking like even now I wonder if it. I guess you would disagree because you feel like this is but your best version or favorite version. But I was wondering if it maybe was the best like song for them. Which I think there's, going forward, there's a couple of tracks on here that like, it makes me wonder, were they like given this or did they like choose it? So like, it just made me wonder like, cause I think that they have on the second one, it's, Do You Hear What I Hear?
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing. And then they did, I think it's What Child Is This? They were on Jamie Grace's Christmas EP, and like it's amazing. And I think that like it's a great song, but I guess it's like knowing their other stuff, it kind of is like, oh man, like is this the best Abandoned Kansas like Christmas one they've had?
Yeah.
But
Well, I admit I haven't heard the other ones.
Yeah.
So I need to check those out. But I think this is a song they definitely take and make it feel like an Abandoned Kansas song.
yeah.
Which his vocals are just so good at doing that, going interesting places.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I love it. I feel like it works really well.
Next we have Silent Night, House of Heroes. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean this is like a chill House of Heroes kind of acoustic. The vocals get kind of big at the end. I just feel like with this one, I like it a lot. I wanted it to go somewhere
Yeah.
that it never really goes. But then again,
Yeah.
it's Silent Night, and Silent
Yeah.
Night's not really supposed to go that many places musically.
You
But
don't want like a skillet Silent Night?
no. But I just kind of felt like I was gonna get something, and it never like went too far. But it's great.
Yeah, I wrote down that I feel like this track, your hands are tied, because it's a song that it's so hard to stray because it's so well known and
Yeah.
it's just so that's what it's known. So it's like you can't have like a screaming like Silent Night. And like I wish that we could have gotten maybe an original song, or maybe like replaced. I think it's just like knowing what House of Heroes is capable of. It just, I remember even when because this is originally off of a like 3-song EP they did
Yeah.
of like Christmas songs. And I remember just thinking like, man, it's like when you hear the other two they're doing, this one feels like your hands are tied. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like they did everything right though. Like they checked all the boxes on it.
Sure.
So it's not like they messed up the track or whatever. And I mean, there could be a lot of people listening to this. This is the first one. They're like, finally, we have a normal song.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It's probably my least favorite of the 3 House of Heroes songs, but it's still good.
Yeah.
I love the vocals that come in when the drums kind of kick in a little bit
Yeah.
towards the end. But yeah, you bring up an interesting thing with that of just original Christmas songs. Yeah, why are there not any on this? That's kind of a bummer a little bit.
I feel like the only one is I Celebrate the Day, but it's being covered by someone.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's still a cover. And so it feels like kind of a missed opportunity to do something original.
yeah, I think that maybe that is just I remember at the time that being one of the complaints was that people were like, this is all, like all stuff that's already been done. So there isn't hey, let's get in the studio and make this.
Yeah.
Like they did they did one where it was a 10-year anniversary of Jesus Freak, and it was all of their artists like covering them.
Covering it, yeah.
And then they did another one for 20 years where it was all of their artists covering different artists on the record. So I don't know if you ever heard that, but
No, I need to check that out.
it's amazing because they've got like Family Force 5 covering John Rubin. John Rubin covers Love Addict. Like it's a really cool one. So yeah, I think that's something that at the time I didn't really notice, but now I kind of notice when people are like, why isn't there original? Why is there not like other people who are on the label at the time like this aren't on there? Because I mean, you have like I think Jamie Grace was maybe signed at this point,
Yeah.
but even like John Rubin, he had been on there. So there's a lot of these like people who were big Gotee people that aren't on here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I feel like with the Tooth and Nail samplers, the
Mm-hmm.
Happy Christmas ones, you usually would get some original
Yeah.
songs, which was always kind of fun. Sometimes could be a total miss though, because
Yeah.
it's actually hard to write a good Christmas song.
mm-hmm.
So I get why people just kind of go to covering. All right, so next is I Celebrate the Day by Stephanie Smith. Brandon, tell me your thoughts on this. So this is a cover of
Yeah.
a Reliant K original.
Yeah, I think for this one, like it's really torn because I Celebrate the Day is one of, if not my favorite Christmas songs. So going into it, you're already up against like that, oh, this is something that I like all these other ones. It's like, oh, finally we fixed the problems of the original. Whereas
Yeah.
this one, I feel like I change hats on and I'm like, don't touch that. That one's perfect. But I think that like Stephanie does a good job of not like just taking it apart and like, because like her style at the time, like we'll get into it, but like Jingle Bell Rock was way more of what she was doing.
Right.
Was this kind of like I guess like pop, like Disney-esque like type of stuff. And so like I'm really glad she didn't go that far, because I
Yeah.
feel like that would have been a miss. I feel like this one is more of a like optimistic kind of like think to it. So it kind of feels like if I Celebrate the Day was the book, like Stephanie Smith's version is like the movie that's made off of the book. But yeah, I feel like all stuff considered, like it checks all the boxes of like she made it her own without ruining what made like the original like good. And it goes back to, it makes me wonder if like she's covering it because like she loves it, or if it's just Gotee saying, "Hey, we already own this song,
Yeah.
like
This would be
run with
fun
it."
if somebody,
Yeah.
yeah. I it doesn't stray that
Mm-hmm.
much. But like I kind of wanted it to,
Mm-hmm.
just because I wanted to feel more of like who she was as an artist through it. And I don't feel like I got that. I'm a little bit with you, Brandon, that I love this song a
Mm-hmm.
bunch. And so that I feel like that Reliant K version is always going to be a standard for me. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's pretty much perfect in every way. And so trying to cover that one, I think you've got to go somewhere else or
Mm-hmm.
do something different. Although if it had been like a pop punk version, I would have hated it probably.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what I probably just wouldn't have covered it.
I think that what she went on to do was kind of Copper Lily,
Yeah,
in that kind of stuff. It has more of a like dramatic, or I don't know if like depth is the right word. So it's like, I feel like Stephanie Smith today, I would be really interested to see what direction
yeah,
she takes with it.
yeah. I hear that. I hear that. All right, track number 7. We're back to Aisha Woods' "Merry
Mhm.
Christmas, Baby." What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, going back, like it's just like the track earlier. Like I love this. Like I used to skip it. I think that I don't know if I would have. I don't know if I've even listened to this track all the way through before covering this one, but like um I loved it because I feel like it's even like a little like it's different from her other one too. So it's not like
Yeah,
here's Aisha just doing
yeah,
her one thing. Like if anything from this EP or this CD, it's made me want to go check out Aisha Wood stuff and
yeah.
think that maybe I wasn't appreciating as much as I did back in the day. But yeah, I feel like it's really fun and I really liked it.
Yeah, I think it's a cool track for sure. Kind of an R&B Christmas classic,
Mm-hmm.
but not a one that I feel like a ton of people know as well as some of these other songs.
Yeah.
And so it's a great song, and it's fun to hear her step in and cover it. I feel like it does a little bit of a disservice to her
Mm-hmm.
in the fact that I've been listening for the last couple of years to Lawrence's version of this song
Mm-hmm.
that they did for the Noel soundtrack, and it's just like so good.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I hate that that was in my head when I was listening to her do it. But I think her version of it's great. Yeah, I really enjoy her stuff so far. Track 8, Jingle Bell Rock. We're back to Stephanie Smith. Yeah, what do you think about this?
I feel like it's weird the placement that like for some of them it's like you get Reliant K at the beginning and then you don't get them to like the end.
Yeah,
So I feel like it is weird that you like get Stephanie like right away. But this was way more of her style that she was doing like at
Yeah.
the time. So like I felt like it like wasn't as straying away. But I feel like it's another one that it's like it's a song that's covered so much that it's like it's hard to kind of make it your own.
Yeah.
But I mean, I felt like it wasn't just a let's put this on here. I feel like it was a like yeah, we're excited to do this. And like I feel like it's there's nothing like wrong with the track. Like I feel like it checks all of the boxes off of
Yeah.
what you'd want in a cover.
yeah. I think the opening of it's really fun. It's definitely a fun version of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like you said, it doesn't do much like original to the song. It kind of puts it more in that like pop punk category.
Yeah.
Which is fun and it fits super well for the song. But I feel like this is one that does get covered a lot in that world. And I think, I mean, it's a good, pretty straight version of the song in that territory.
Next we move to God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen by Reliant K. What are your thoughts, Joel?
This was interesting to me. I don't think I'd ever heard this one before. The chord changes that they do were kind of interesting, and it gets like heavy for Reliant K. Like it's not like a pop punk song. There's like riffs and it didn't like it felt like Reliant K, but didn't feel like Reliant K. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. It was just unexpected, and so I liked it because it was an unexpected one for me. But it didn't feel like them, but I still enjoyed it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, if there was a skip track on this, no.
You like that classic Reliant K sound.
I think that it's more of like the song. Like I've really come to really love it, and like Jars of Clay and House of Heroes, they both do this like cinematic, like dramatic kind of like build to it. And I feel like it's a song that I don't think it fits kind of making it into this like pop punk or whatever. Like I think it's best experience in a dramatic one. But like one thing I've always appreciated was that Reliant K has done their own thing, like for better or worse. So I feel like there's for 95% of what they've done for Christmas, like I loved. And this is just kind of the outlier that I feel like it's just hard to do a dramatic song and do that. Like there's other songs that translate like better to doing something like that. So yeah, I feel like for this one, this was just maybe out of all of them was an interesting like, oh, I wonder if this was something that they were just like, yeah, we want to take this song from this box to now put it in a whole nother category.
Yeah, that's true. All right, track 10, O Come Emmanuel. Our last House of Heroes song on here. Brandon, what would you think about this one?
I think for me, this was my favorite track off of this album. I love that it has this like eerie, like haunting kind of build, and then it like slows down before at the end where it gets very like loud and all. I feel like it's interesting that like, you know, the whole Skillet thing gets this thing for being like, why is it this heavy stuff and all? And I'm like, I feel like no one at the time, I mean, this isn't like a Skillet version, but I feel like it is like very big guitars like at the end and all. But yeah, I love this, and I feel like this and All I Want for Christmas is that it just like, for people who didn't know House of Heroes, that was something they did almost like all songs, even Silent Night, is that they could do anything with it. So they could do this kind of like fun little song. They could do something that was slow and dramatic, and then they could do something like this just like this epic song where just so much is kind of going on. And so I feel like it's like it would have been nice to have other artists featured, but also I'm glad that it's for someone they get to experience, like here's just showing the range that House of Heroes has.
Yeah, you get the whole House of Heroes Christmas EP on the sampler, which is maybe a little redundant, but yeah, I agree with you. I think this like this showcases their ability as a band. It's like this is Come Emmanuel is the end is not the end. House of Heroes, dramatic, moody, huge. Yeah, it's incredible. And All I Want for Christmas Is You is like the Suburba House of Heroes. We're gonna get a little more fun and so I love that you get the feel of both of those in these Christmas songs. And like I said about All I Want for Christmas Is You, felt like a perfect match. This one feels like a perfect match for them too, just in a different way, which is cool. And I think really, again, shows their versatility
Yeah.
as a band, that they're able to do so much. And so I love the riffs and all the stuff that happened at the end. It's a great one.
All right, and we end with "Oh Holy Night" by Relient K.
Yeah, this one's probably my struggle track for the record. I have really high expectations for Oh Holy Night, and I feel like if you're gonna do Oh Holy Night, like it's one of the most dramatic Christmas songs, and this is like the most undramatic version of it I feel like I've ever heard. And so it just I mean, it was fine. It was good. There was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It just didn't go anywhere. And so that was my only struggle with it. Yeah.
I wish that they would have taken this approach with "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen," because maybe that's how I feel about like "Oh Holy Night" and "God Rest Ye." I feel like they're like almost in the same category of you need to have this like serious, like it's not a song you're laughing or joking during,
Right.
And so I wish they would have done that. I did enjoy. I love whenever people just do like little things in a song. But there's a part where they're like, the stars are brightly shining, and there's this like, I don't know if it's like a keyboard or bells or whatever, but there's this like twinkling, like the ding 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 ding, and I always enjoy when there's those little things. Like you didn't have to do that,
Right.
but I enjoy whenever you have those little touches. So
Yeah.
for me, it was I felt like it was a solid like ending to it. Like I felt like it kind of wrapped it all up, and I was still enjoying it by the end.
Cool. That's great. All right, let's talk about final thoughts and then ratings. Any thoughts you have, just kind of wrapping up the conversation on this one?
Yeah, I think for me, it's always interesting to go back and listen to something that you listened to when you're younger, because I found myself like not enjoying some tracks I used to love and really loving some tracks that I used to always skip. And so I feel like it's cool to go back and get to maybe like learn, like I said, like Isha Woods. It's like after this, I want to go back and listen to more of her stuff, because I think maybe I didn't appreciate it or just overlooked her back in the time or back in the day. Or
Yeah, this was fun for me because, like I said, I knew a lot of this going in, but there's a lot of it that I didn't know. And so, I knew Stephanie Smith from House of Heroes stuff, but nothing outside of that. And so, being able to hear some of her stuff and Aisha Woods, I felt like I got exposed to some new artists, which was a fun thing. I felt like I wanted more like artist variety on this. Like, I know these aren't the only artists on Gotee at this point in time, and so for there to be like what five artists over 11 tracks, it would have been nice to see a few different ones kind of along the way. But nonetheless, I thought it was fun and I enjoyed it. So Brandon, what would you rate this one out of 5?
I think I'm gonna go with 4.
Okay.
I think to me, it's funny because going into this, I wouldn't have thought that like Relient K like brings it down, but Aisha Wood like comes in to save the day. But yeah, so I feel like for me, I go with the 4 because I found myself really loving it, and I don't know, even the tracks like I feel like there's no track on here that I hated. Like I didn't really care for some of them, but I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay.
On 3.5 Silver Bells. So I thought it was great. I love getting to hear some new versions. I added a few things to my Christmas playlist that weren't on there before, which was really fun. And so, I really enjoyed it, and excited to dig into some more from some of these artists.
What's funny, Joel, is that so for the viewer, Joel always like hand writes all of his like notes for the songs, and so like every so often, like I'll just like glance down, just kind of like mid conversation, and a little bit ago I glanced down and I thought I saw like a 1.5 like at the bottom of the page, and I was like, man, Joel seems like, I don't know what he's building towards, where he's like, I know I said some nice things, but I'll be honest, like, these 2 tracks really just.
Well, yeah. 3.5. There were a couple that I just didn't super care for, but
Yeah.
but overall, I think it was really fun. So, yeah. Well, this has been fun to kind of dig into this a little bit. Let's talk about what our lyric of the week is.
It's time for the lyric of the It's time.
I think for the lyric of the week, we got to go with "I Celebrate the Day" by Relient K. Just as we're not covering that album this year,
Right.
So the part that always used to hit me was because here's where you're finding me in the exact same place as New Year's Eve, and from a lack of my persistency, we're less than half as close as I want to be.
Yeah, man, that song's so good. So many good lyrics to that one. So appreciate you bringing that one up. Well, it's been fun to kind of dig into some of our Christmassy stuff with this one. And so I'm excited to keep pressing into this as we get further along into the season. Brandon, thanks for bringing this one to our attention and focus today. People, you can find us at Hey Are You Pod on X. We're on Facebook. Hey, are you listening? Subscribe to the podcast. Leave us a review. Share whatever you want to do. We're thankful for you just helping spread the word, and looking forward to joining you again next week.
Hey, are you listening? This ain't no quiet thing. We're